unwanted. Okay. What we doing? Mic check. Mic check. Let me see. Mic check. Mic check.
KT's chatting mode.
All right, there it is. There it is. There it is. Let's go. So, I have some news, if you will. And to make this the most simple thing possible, I'm gonna give it to you exactly how it came to me today. I was going over some things in regards to just preferred and unpreferred thoughts. Now, other people may call them different things, like shadows, demons. Shit, I mean, there's a lot of different names that is out there for weapon. Shit, no weapon right formed against. We heard that shit before. No weapon formed against me, right? The devil. Shit. Oh yeah, it would only come from. It would only come from the devil. Unwanted thoughts come from the devil, and you know the devil ain't a bad girl. The devil's not a bad guy. But the devil, though, like, the devil is the guy or the gal that is experiencing reality that is unpreferred reality. That's what the devil, or that's what, if you will, like, evil would be. Evil would be a reality that you don't prefer. The devil would be an image, or it would be an identity that you don't prefer. That's what the devil would be. God would be, in hence, then, an identity that you do prefer, which, and the angels then would be thoughts that you do prefer. So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like what that shit is. Now, how do you overcome these unwanted thoughts? Like, this is about, like, staying in your golden age. What is a golden age? What is a golden age? A golden age is this. First of all, an age is an eternity. An eternity is a thought process that you adapt and you begin to live out. That's what an age is. That's what an eternity is. Because you can think something for as ever how long you want to think it. That's the whole point of eternity. It's like, bro, you don't have to change your mind on anything. You can think this thing as long as you want. And as long as you think it, it will exist. It will live. It will continue to live. That's why you can either experience eternal life or eternal damnation, because you can think something how long you want to think the shit. But this is why, because of that very thing, this is where your intuition comes in at. Because, listen, if you blaspheme your conscience, right? If you blaspheme your divine master, what is blaspheme? Just if you speak negative against, meaning you unidentify yourself with. Let me say it like that. That's what blaspheme means. It's an unidentified, unpreferred image or reality. It's a disconnect. It ain't a notice. It ain't a disconnection notice. You ain't get no disconnection notice in the mail. You disconnect. That's you disconnecting from what? Blaspheming against the Holy Spirit. What is that? That's literally blaspheming against your intuition. That's blaspheming your own emotions. That's speaking bad against how you feel. Because listen, if how you feel is wrong, dude, you tore up from the flow up. You're done. You're done. Listen, if you don't like how you feel and then judge yourself based on it, you're done, bro. You know why you're done? Because this is what blaspheming the Holy Spirit means. It means that you won't release yourself. How are you gonna release you from you when you don't even know it's you doing this shit to? You know, like blaspheming or speaking against or unidentifying yourself or disconnecting yourself from your emotions. It's like this. When I disconnect myself from my emotions, I can no longer identify my thoughts. When I cannot identify my thoughts, I cannot identify my divine masculine awareness. When I cannot identify my divine masculine awareness, I spiral myself down into a dark hole where I can only now react out darkness. That's what that shit is. And guess what? Guess how long? You got it. You got that shit. For all eternity. Because it's an age. It's an eternal. It's a thought process that you, by free will, get to think for however long you want. Chat, you really get to think this shit however long you want to think it. Because it's on you. How you think and feel is going to be what you experience. Golden mean I only think what I prefer. I only feel what I prefer. I only react out what I prefer. That is a golden age. That's synonymous to heaven on what? Earth. That is what that is. Heaven on earth is golden age. Golden meaning preferred. Golden meaning preferred. So, what is hell? Hell is the shit you don't want to go through, bro. That's it. Hell is unpreferred thoughts and emotions being played out in your reality. And guess who playing them out? You, by reacting out how you think and feel. The shit that is unwanted. The shit that is not preferred. Which we call, again, shadows, demons. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking tormenting thought. Like, that's what we call this shit. That's hell. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's hell. That's not like something that's fun to experience. You don't even want to experience that bullshit. Let's think about this. Let's think about some shit real quick. Let's like, cause I like practicality. I'm masculine enough to really like practicalize this shit and make this shit super plain. But also, as miraculous as I think, I am definitely logical. I'm rational. The shit gotta make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not about to go eat a bowl of glass and some milk because I'm hungry and I want some cereal to crunch on. Like, nah. I go get cereal if I want something to crunch on, not glass. When it comes to hell that we experience, why do we experience the shit that we don't want to experience? When I say hell again, I just mean unwanted thoughts and emotions being played out. Why? Why are we experiencing it? Why am I experiencing these thoughts? Why am I experiencing these emotions? But most importantly, why am I experiencing something that is unwanted? You can think right now to yourself, the reality currently that I'm in right now, is it unwanted? Well, I'm grateful. I'm content with my reality. I ain't asked you that. Could you think about a reality right now that will supersede the one you're experiencing right now? Of course. Is it wrong to think one? No, it's not. You know why? Because there's something that's inside of every single one of us, namely myself, that when I go into my heart There's something inside my heart that's just like, this is me. This is if it was ever a reality for me to experience, where would it be found? Would it be found in my back pocket? Would it be found in my pocket? Would it be found in my wallet? Would it be found outside? You know what I'm saying? Like, where the shit gonna be found at? It's gonna be found where? In your heart. And the imagination that is tied to your heart, which we say is the heart's imagination. This is where your highest excitement is. It's found in your fucking heart, in the imagination of your heart. So how do I know that? Because, dude, I can think of a lot of shit that just be like super exciting. But listen, when you go into your heart, you know why your heart. I'm telling y'all some game right now. You know why your highest excitement can only be found in your heart, in the heart of your own imagination. It's because in your heart you have a threefold flame. I'm like, not cap. You literally have a chamber where there's 3 flames. And they burn. You know, like, you ever felt in love with someone? Or you ever felt very passionate about something? Or you ever watched something and it just like touched your heart? And you felt like a burning sensation? Come on! You ever felt that shit? Dude, that's God. I meant 3 flame fold. It's 3 of them shits, bro. It's triadically burning inside your heart. God. So it's like, yo, the reason why we set our minds on things imaginatively above or preferably or light, right? Because we go through some heavy shit, bro. We do go through some, I mean, come on, bro. Like, cast all your cares on me. Like, you know, cast your burdens on me, right? Remember that shit? Burden is just an unwanted thought. A thought that's heavy as fuck that you don't like thinking about because why? First of all, the thought is heavy. So that means if the thought is heavy, what the emotion gonna be? Heavy. And if the emotion is heavy, then that means your reaction gonna be what? Heavy. What do a heavy reaction look like? An overreaction. What does a heavy thought look like? Overthinking. And what do over heavy emotions look like? Chaoticism. Shit look like chaoticism. Like, it don't look like peace. If you overthinking, what do you think your emotions going? Your emotions gonna be unstable. Nothing that's unstable looks peaceful. Nothing unstable feels peaceful. Nothing unstable reacts peacefully. And so like, all right, dude, wait. So what you trying to say is what? Like, my thoughts is controlling this shit. Yes, your thoughts are controlling it. And this is why it's important to know this, because this is a humongous tip to stay in a golden, meaning what? A preferred age, a preferred thinking, a preferred eternity of thinking that you get to think however long you want to think it. You get to think however long you want to think something. But if you dare reject how you feel, if you're not honoring your emotions, that only means you just running from your thoughts. And when you can't deal with your thoughts and you're not wanting to face your thoughts, these unwanted thoughts, let me say this too. When we don't want to face unwanted thoughts, you know what it actually keeps us from? It does not keep God from us. It keeps us from God. It keeps the lower mind from the higher mind. It doesn't keep the higher mind from the lower mind. It does not. It does not. It does not. You know, like your higher mind self don't never lose sight of its lower mind self. Meaning what? The reason why we only able to even feel unwanted thoughts because our fucking higher mind, like, hey, you got some shit here that you might want to like consider alchemizing. Because the shit just gonna keep floating and circulating. It's just like fucking satellites orbiting around a planet. Come on, man. Satellites giving off what? A signal giving, permitting what? A frequency helping you to understand a channel helping you to see what is taking place. So it's like, okay, I want to stay in a preferred fucking age or an eternity. So it's like, but I be having thoughts, bro, about this person or that person or this person or that thing or this thing or this situation or that situation or this day, that year, this month. I be having so many thoughts that's unwanted. I be like, bro, it's kind of hard for me to stay persistently in a reality that I prefer when so many fucking thoughts is just coming and it's just making me overthink shit, making me feel certain things. I'm like, I'm cool with something one day and then the next minute I'm not cool with it. I'm tripping, I'm flipping out, I'm overthinking it, I'm scared, I'm fear. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm all over the fucking place. And then the next moment I'm like, okay, I'm cool, I'm relaxed, my nervous system is cool, blah, 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 all that bullshit. And then it go right back into the same damn cycle. Ah, dude, come on, man. We've been here. But this is what blasphemy look like. Shit, I feel something, but fuck it, I ain't. Or you feel the truth and you ignore that. Listen. If you ignore something that's unwanted, you ignore something that's wanted. Look. Come on, man. Like, if you hit the lottery, you think you're just gonna be like not feeling joyous. Somebody just walk up to you and hand you $20 million. You think you're not gonna be excited? What? And if you are, then it's just like, bro, is your fucking receptors on, bro? Like, for real? Because ain't no way, bro. Nah, man. Like, ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Like, you can show some damn emotion. Accept some shit, yo. Like, don't stop over fucking spiritualizing every fucking thing, man. We so fucking afraid of being judged when we. I was like, bro, I'm the only one here. Why am I afraid of myself? Why? I'm the only one here to judge me, so why would the fuck I be afraid? The only way I'd be afraid of judgment is if I don't know myself. This is what patterns exist and cycles exist, especially ones that are unpreferred. Cycles and patterns exist because of blaspheming. Shit, whether it's blaspheming your consciousness, your awareness, the divine spark,
another one,
or whether it's blaspheming your intuition. I don't give a fuck about how I feel about you. I ain't honoring shit. Because when you do that, you just training your you just training your mind to not honor you. And then I make other excuses, right? I make other excuses to justify bullshit that I tolerate. I talk like I don't tolerate bullshit, but listen, my bed is filled with it. Something gotta change. Oh my Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, either we gonna have to sleep with some tissue or something gonna have to shake. But dude, so we'll blaspheme the conscious, the divine thought, the divine spark, the Father, or we'll reject or blaspheme or unidentify ourselves with our emotions. Our emotions is wrong. I'd never, bro. Or we make it seem like we blaspheme our instincts, our wisdom. We make it seem like we ain't got no need for the instincts, no need for the blood. Like, bro, I'm telling you, that shit is like, wow, bro. Like, blaspheming is really how fucking cycles and patterns form. A pattern, a cycle, especially unwanted, it can never form if there's no blaspheme there. It can never fucking form. It will not have the power to. You know why it won't have the power to? Blaspheming can't form when you take the unwanted thought immediately captive that tried to rise as itself above your highest excitement that only Christ can reveal to you from your heart.
Another one.
It can't. You gonna overtake it. So for fucking example, bro. Shit, we all have went through some shit like this before. You need some, you want more financial freedom. Come on, let's go here. Let's just go here. You want more financial freedom, right? Who wouldn't want it? Find somebody who don't want financial freedom and tell them to give you everything right now they got in their pocket. We all want that. Every one of us can relate to that human emotion. Is it wrong to have that human emotion? No. If you find someone that think that that's wrong to have money or to want it, then just, again, hey, give me everything you got in your pocket. Please. Just say please. I do consent. Everyone who has identified with that emotion has dealt with, if you will, lack mentality, scarcity mentality, scarce emotions, flight or fight. You know, like we've all dealt with that shit. We all have dealt with it. And because we have not overtaken that thought, meaning alchemized or allow what was our highest excitement of what we know about ourselves and our imagination, shit, that feeling didn't feel good. And nobody likes feeling like they live, especially for those who have lived paycheck to fucking paycheck, bro. Come on, somebody. When you have lived paycheck to paycheck and barely made ends meet, bro, or had to do shit that you really did not want to have to do, because listen, you know, like just be real. You got about 50 million in a bank account. Everything that you have ever wanted and needed or whatever desired, you already got that. So you just got 50 million just sitting on that shit. And that's just one account. You got about 300 million. You know what I'm saying? Who cares what you had to do to get there? Just understand what you doing now ain't what you was doing before you did it to have to get to where you at now. Like, trust me. Trust me. Whatever you was doing and trying to make ends meet with yourself, you would not be doing the same thing with over $300 million in your bank account. You know you wouldn't. Like, you just wouldn't. One thing about divine masculinity is what I learned, especially when union with this feminine energy, is very patient. It's kind. It's thoughtful. And it believes in love, even through discipline. This is like, for me, discipline for me. This is like loving discipline that, ironically, I don't make light of, if you will. but this is how patterns form. It's through blasphemy. Blasphemy happens when one does not know its God self fully from the heart of its imagination. What do I mean by know? Know meanings this. I trust. I have a relationship with my God self that I trust. Meaning what? I trust my divine awareness. I trust my divine consciousness. Bam, that's number one. So what does know your higher God self mean? What does I know my God self mean? What it means to know God, because eternal life that you want to experience as golden age wise is to know yourself. It's God. It's to know that first. If you don't know yourself as God in this age, and I'm not telling you need to go around saying I'm God, I'm God, I'm God, I'm God. I'm not saying that, but just know who you are as God. That's that. Just know who you are as God. I'm not telling you that it's not just one here. I'm not saying that, and I'm not reminding myself that either. I'm just saying that know yourself as God, triadically. Numero uno. From there, understand from that God self, what is God? Let's go back to this shit. Consciousness, it's higher awareness. Emotional intelligence, it's your emotional intelligence, your emotional awareness. And then it's your wisdom, it's your reactive awareness, it's your instinctive awareness. That correlates to, as far as masculine awareness, will relate to your innocence, your dominion, mind over matter. Your emotions will relate to peace. The emotion that can pass over your understanding of the earth shit that you just sometimes be letting creep into your mind, them unwanted thoughts. And you just be like, bro, it's like, I'm just going crazy. I don't know, bro. Like you have a higher emotional peace that can pass that shit. Like, bro, you good, bro. Like all types of bullshit can be happening inside your mind because you have peace inside as peace. Outside, when the bullshit manifests itself, you don't react, my boy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you believe this shit. Because if you do, you be like, nah, man, this ain't it. This ain't it. And you know what else happens from there, bro? If that shit is affecting us, we become the very sick impulsive nature that outside produced in us from these unwanted thoughts and shit. We be looking at ourselves like, where you going? Like, come on, bro. So, you know, listen, man, when it comes to knowing yourself as God, that is just a combination of this. I know I think consciously, I feel consciously, and I instinctively react consciously. But there's a particular relationship that I have with myself that introduces me into a GNO, a gnosis of myself, where I build and at this revealing of trust that I have with myself from the human side, is that I trust my divine awareness, because honestly, the higher I have thought about things, and it brought me a higher emotional aptitude, and the more I stayed in this higher thought and emotion, I started experiencing things that were very, 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 very high vibrating or light or preferred. Because the more things I thought on that I preferred, the lighter I felt. The lighter I felt, the more shit I experienced that I preferred. It was just like, yo, this is so cool. I wasn't finding myself, in a sense, settling for mediocrity while screaming out, I'm superb. Nah, man, like, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. Not you gonna scream this shit the fuck out. You're gonna know that shit. Because you're gonna have the relation that is identified itself, not with God, but as God. I trust myself. I honor my emotions. and I accept myself. So it's like this. I trust my higher thoughts. I trust the shit that I prefer. Why? Because it came from my heart. Out of my heart gonna flow life. Whether it's an issue or not, it's gonna flow from my heart. So it's best that I know what's in my heart as my highest excitement. Because it was a reason why I came. So it's like, all right, boom, I get in there and I figure out what's my highest excitement. And from there, I think on those things above, not on things of the earth. Because the things of the earth that I think of that are unwanted out of my heart gonna flow those issues. And I'm not even being an answer now because I'm only experiencing what? Issues. Because I'm only identifying myself by the unwanted thought that screams issues. And now here comes scarcity. Here comes lack. Here come all the things that you bitch about. We'll nag about. We'll get into disputes about. But that's all of the shit that we've identified ourselves with. And it's like, yo, no, like, this is how you overcome those fucking thoughts. You just tell yourself, like, for example, if you feel lack or scarcity, right? This is what you do. First of all, if you feel this shit, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's gonna be anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when me and Gina used to feel that shit. Man, we used to stay in this nice apartment complex, man. And then when here come rent, we'd be like 3 days before rent due, bro. Like, we about to get out here and lift. You know what I'm saying? Uber, whatever. And we're trying to make as much money as we possibly can. Like, anxious as a mug, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, the shit we had to go through, dude. But we went through it. We definitely did. But that shit did not feel good. But when we got it, it was like, now we can relax until the third day before our rent is due again. Like, that's how that shit was. But then it started getting to the point where it's like, we know we in a pattern. This shit gotta stop. It gots to stop, bro. And we start thinking different. We literally start thinking different and start feeling different, and then we experience a different reality. So, but did we go through an ebb and flow? Of course we did. Of course. But the whole goal of a golden age is this. Is how much can you get used to just thinking of the shit you prefer, feeling the shit you prefer to feel? How used can you get? Like, can you really get used to that shit? And when these thoughts come that produce these fucking anxious feelings, what do? When that shit come, like, okay, bam. Oh shit, here come rent. Or here come a bill. Fuck. Oh. Okay, what am I gonna do? Fuck, I'm freaking out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was freaking out like that. I don't know about you. But it's like, how you freak out is how you've trained and prepared yourself, right? You prepare for war when it's peace. Not when it's fucking war. Prepare for war when there's times of peace. And this is what it means. When all of those thoughts are coming, they're just thoughts. But then when they turn into emotions, it's emotions now. And if you don't trans and alchemize that shit, then guess what you're going to experience? Reality now. You know, they call it a reality check. A wake-up call to change the way you think. Only you can escape your lake of fire. I can help you in that bitch, though. Get in there. Nah. But that's the thing, like, you really got to jump in, and you got to be the one who come out. Right? Because the only way you enter into your golden age is through the lake of fire. But the lake of fire is training your mind on how to think what you prefer. If you think golden, you feel what? Golden. If you feel golden, you react what? Golden.
Another one.
That's another golden nugget. So, what do you do when you think something unwanted? For example, here go a bill. The bill comes. You just ignore it. Fuck it. It is what it is. It'll get taken care of. And then now, here come that late notice shit. Fuck. shit ain't been going my way. This was supposed to come in, but this didn't come in. That was supposed to happen, but this didn't happen. They were supposed to show it. They didn't show it. What the fuck? All right, hopefully, let me put all my eggs, because this is how the shit happens. You put all your eggs in that one basket, and you just like, God, if you do this one thing for me, God. Because my God never fails. It's just like, you think God want to just be getting you out of hell all day? No, you God, you don't want to be in this fucking predicament, cycle after cycle after cycle, so something got to shake, and it shouldn't be your ass. Unless you want it to be. And by all means, it ain't wrong. If shaking ass is wrong, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. I don't. Listen, yo. What you do is this. When you see that bill, the first thing you do, because you know your highest excitement in your heart. You have a relationship with your God self. You know God. You trust your higher thoughts. You honor your higher emotions. And you accept your reactions thereof. Why do you say higher? What about your lower? This is what you about to do with your lower. It ain't that you don't accept your lower, but this is what you about. This is how you accept your lower thoughts, cuz. That bill. Hey, you look at that bitch, you be like, all right, bad. $10,000, bad. Well, God, thank you for showing me that this is already paid. I don't have to know how that shit got paid, but it already got paid. Thank you for showing me that. I am trusting myself with this higher revelation that all things have worked together for my highest good. Damn, that's it. You just, because that thought gonna turn into anxiety if you don't talk to yourself right then and there about that shit. You don't believe me, keep going through your cycles. Shit, you don't got no problem with going through cycles on first or end of the month. It's your bloody ass. Look, if we don't talk to ourselves, man, shit. Keep blaspheming. You gonna keep standing in them cycles. I'm telling you, you gonna stay psyched up, bro. You listen, like, if we don't talk to our we gotta talk, bro. Hey, shit, bro, like somebody didn't show up that was supposed to show up. Somebody didn't say something that they like whatever. And you may be feeling a little anxious, or somebody hits you up and you may feel a little, hey, because that's an emotion now. But you don't gotta wait till it gets to an emotion. You can start that shit today. Call 1-800. No, I'm just playing. But you can start that shit today and just be like, for example, if talking to someone, right, makes you a little anxious, right, makes you a little scared, you know what I'm saying, make you feel like you get in your head and all of that. You know, like if that happens, you know, all you gotta do is this. This is how you take these thoughts captive. Because that's just unwanted. Don't nobody want to feel like that. But this is how you take that shit captive. That try to rise itself above what you desire, actually. This is all about what your divine masculine shows you through vision. And then your divine feminine helps you to feel and react. So what you say to your divine masculine is this. You can do that shit inside, outside, use your voice. You don't gotta use your voice. You can be telepathic, you can do whatever you want. But your divine masculine, you go by many names: Father, God, like Fifth Light, you know what I'm saying, Zaddy. It don't matter. You go by many names, right? But like, Father, thank you. We're gonna use Father for sake of argument. Father, thank you for showing me that I am calm. Thank you for showing me that I am loved. And thank you, most importantly, for showing me that I am loved. I am accepted. I am trusted. I am honored. And I am accepted by God itself, myself. And thank you for giving me your eyes to see myself with. Thank you for giving me your heart to feel myself with. And thank you for giving me your wisdom to interact with myself as love. And so now that thought, that unwanted thought that brings anxiety, that brings this unpeaceful ass fucking emotion, this chaotic emotion, has now been triumphed. Not like beat up and fucking people's elbowed and shit. Like, it's not that. It is a union. God makes peace with the sick impulsive fucking thought that is unwanted. God makes peace with sin. God makes peace. God makes peace. God makes peace. God ain't trying to keep peace, because that's not God. But God makes peace. God don't keep peace, but God makes peace. We're peacemakers, not peacekeepers. We don't walk on eggshells to keep peace. We disturb the fuck out of what chaoticism brings. We disturb hell. And we make peace. I gotta move this camera back. Yeah, my boy. I know how to do that shit now. Let's go. All right. Oh, shit. So we make peace. We don't keep it. First of all, we don't come to keep peace anyway. We ain't come to bring peace. We come to make that shit. We came to bring the sword first. We want to divide some shit up. Like, nah, this ain't it, bro. Fuck that. Because how you want to experience a golden age, but you don't want to take captive of these thoughts, bro. That torment. Like, who gives a bro? If it's unwanted, go talk to every unwanted thought. Just be like, yo, and this one, because you really get on my skin. I can't stand you. But look, bring that ass here, thought, and you just tell that thought, like, bro, for real, one of the biggest thoughts that used to get to me, dude, is I had a huge thing about like infidelity. Oh, dude, infidelity was a huge thing of me. So one of the biggest things that helped me was this. Father, thank you for showing me that I'm accepted. Because listen, the infidelity thing makes you feel unwanted. It makes you feel not accepted. So you start beating yourself up. You start comparing yourself and all of that other shit. Like, this is what infidelity brings. And it's just like, that was a huge thing for me. It was just like, bro, so now I'm like, okay, Father, I had to deal with some acceptance. But it was just like, Father, not only for showing me that I'm accepted by you, but that I'm honored. You honor my emotions, because I feel certain ways that only I be feeling, because obviously I be thinking like, shit, don't nobody else feel this shit that I'm feeling. But I thank you that you honor my emotions. You sit with me in that shit. And also, thank you for showing me that I am a righteous thinker. I'm an innocent thinker. My thoughts are innocent. Thank you for showing me that I can trust myself. Because, dude, you ain't trusting shit that you don't think is not innocent. Like, come on, man. Let's be logical. Let's just be logical for a quick second. You gonna trust a convict? I ain't saying you judging them. I'm not saying you judging them. But they've been locked up for 10 years for stealing. Shit, you gonna leave your purse around them? Come on, man, stop. No, you not. It ain't even about trying to prove a point. It's just like, I don't want to tempt you. Because I don't trust your ass anyway. Like, come on. And so when we have those moments with ourselves, to just be a little bit more real with ourselves, like, do this shit, bro. Like, it ain't nothing, bro. It's just, what am I feeling right now? Oh, some anxiety. Okay, cool. Why? Because, man, you overthinking and you don't really know what to expect from, this situation that's coming up. Okay, well, all right. Well, I'm glad that I was able to figure that part out. Now, what do I do next? Now that I know myself more. Oh, what's your highest truth in regards to this situation? That everything worked out for me, highest good, and I can see more of myself in a more loving state, meaning I trust myself more, I honor myself more, I accept myself more. And my relationship to my highest self as God is more intimate. Thank you for showing me that I am love and that I've always been. So these how you combat like these unwanted thoughts, bro. You gotta overtake them, because if you don't overtake them, they overtake you. Shit, we be like, take me to the king. Shit. And then don't want to deal with unwanted thoughts. Where you think that nigga taking you? It's hot. All of a sudden, shit. Your ass ain't going to no king. You not. You going through a cycle. Man, I swear to God, we passed this already, didn't we? Yeah, we did. But don't worry, we on our way. You ain't going to no king. Blaspheming yourself. Why would you want to go to a king that you blaspheme? Oh, shit, bro. Oh, shit, bro. Why would you want to go to a queen that you blaspheme? You don't got no need for. Right? Like, this is when you don't face the unwanted thoughts. This is the shit that happened, bro. We blaspheme the fuck. But we got to realize why. We got these unwanted thoughts that's fucking sending us through cycles, making us feel the exact same way. And it's just like, listen, you can go through something and never feel that way again about it. Because it ain't about the fucking fire. It ain't about the storm. It's about the one in the fire. It's about the one in the storm. It can always fucking rain and lightning and thunder. I don't have to respond in a fearful way of rain, lightning, and thunder. The storm can still happen tomorrow, the next day after that, and all of that other shit, right? But it doesn't have to change or affect me. Like, my day don't have to affect or change me when I'm the creator and author of the motherfucker. Shouldn't even have the power to, when you the one that had the power to create the day.
Another one.
If you didn't create it, it was an unwanted thought that you ain't deal with. And I don't mean create by you painted the shit. Nah, you did not agree to that shit. It was a weapon or a thought unwantedly, or a demon formed against you that obviously, because you are loved by your higher self, it can't fucking prosper, but it don't mean that it won't be lived. Because you can live and not prosper. You can live and not prosper, or you can live and prosper. It just depends on your level of who you know as God. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shit, this shit's good, bro. These some tips to stay in your golden age. For real, bro. Or at least get in that motherfucker.
Another one.
Ah, shit. It's good shit, bro. This is how we overcome unwanted thoughts, is you overtake them with the highest truth of what you choose to affirm. And trust me, what you choose to affirm against these unwanted thoughts, they work. By the grace of who you are, they work. Trust me, yo. They definitely work, yo. So please remember, y'all, like, and this is for myself to remember this shit, that how you overtake unwanted thoughts is you just simply overtake them by the word of your wisdom. I've overcome by the blood of what? The Lamb. Because one is mani, it's moni, it's many. But the test was not so much given from your higher self, it was given from the unwanted thoughts. You overcome by the blood of your inner Christ. The blood is wisdom and within your Christ. You can't have Christ without wisdom. You can't have Christ, chrism, without blood. You need blood to form Christos energy. So you overcome by your instinctive wisdom. That's why for those who think they don't have need for wisdom in heaven or on earth, they only make themselves out to be a liar. And when you make yourself out to be a liar, you can't overtake an unwanted thought with Christ because you reject the fucking very wisdom. And also, if you rejecting or blaspheming your divine awareness, you rejecting actually your serotonin. So you spending more time asleep or in darkness than you are in light and instinctive with wisdom. Like, there's no way you can make it out of your own hell loop apart from your divine awareness and your wisdom. And if you ain't trusting your divine awareness, it's already given that you don't honor your highest emotion. So of course, hell is knocking on your door.
Another one.
It is, bro. That's not golden. That's not golden, bro. That's an unwanted thought being lived out. How we stay in our wanted, how we stay in our golden, how we stay in our preference, how we stay in our preferred, is we overtake these unwanted ass thoughts when they do come, and we overtake them with truth. And we let those unwanted thoughts push us so far into our highest excitement that we have no choice but to remain in the peace of God that rules in where our heart, where our highest excitement exists.
Another one.
It just will always be that way. And we got to stop thinking that because God likes to take vacations, that God ain't aware, that God ain't bringing divine justice as you would when you allow yourself to be God. And instead of every fucking thing else that don't matter more than your highest excitement. It just don't. It just don't. And I realized that shit, yo. Like, I have separated myself from that unwanted ass shit, bro. Listen, you know, it's folks that I just talked to. I'm like, damn, you was in jail, bro? You just got out? They in my reality. You think because they in my reality and they just got out of jail that's something negative for me? No. Oh, how about this? Damn, bro, what happened to such and such? I just was kicking it with them 2 days ago. Man, they just got locked up. Oh, damn. I wouldn't have never known. Because I ain't in that reality. I'm not in that thought system. I'm not in that fucking frequency. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Although that is me, that is not something that I'm reflecting, that I'm going through. So I understand that thought don't got nothing to do with me. So guess what? I ain't projecting when I say change the way you think so that you don't have to experience the hell you feel. Shit don't got nothing to do with moi. I'm not projecting. I'm protecting. This ain't got shit to do with salvation. Or me giving salvation. Because no one saves you. You save you. The only way you save you is to see yourself saved. That's the only way you save you. If you already see or know yourself saved, it don't fucking matter what come your way, bro. You're going to take all of these unwanted thoughts and you're going to overtake them shits through Christ, your highest excitement that is found only in your heart. Because that's where fucking love exists. It don't exist nowhere else. Love exists in your heart and it's permeated outside. So remember that. At the very least, out of all of this shit, remember that. Love is found in your heart, and it is permeated and made matter outside of you. So when when I look in the mirror, we just see who we truly are from the depths of our heart. You don't see man from your beta state, from the outer reactional state. You see mankind, yourself. You see who you are from your heart. When you see you from your heart, everything else matters from that place. But when you start seeing everything else from outside of you and some shit ain't looking good, just understand you probably thinking it like how I used to think about 3, 4, 5 years ago. Here come the zombie fucking apocalypse. For real. Prepare yourselves. Like, that's exactly how the fuck I was thinking. But when I found out that shit was all in my head, I'm like, damn.
What is that?
I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
Hey, you tell me, my boy. Shit got serious, bro. But you experience life the way you think it, you feel it, and you react it. Is it golden or is it not? If it's not golden, it's unwanted. If it is golden, it is wanted. What thoughts are you preferring? What emotions are you preferring? What actions are you preferring? Are they found in your heart? Or are they found in the projection? Some of you gotta ask yourself, and if you are excited about your reality because you live from your heart, keep going. Keep going. No matter what, keep going. And love and embrace yourself in this era and in this age of eternity that you get to think and feel and react the same however long you want to, however creative you can do that shit, as long as that shit is golden. Because that's what you prefer. Don't nobody wake up and be like, how can I make my life a living hell today? Don't nobody wake up and think that crazy ass shit. So don't act like you do. Please, don't act like you do. Love yourself to the life of who you are. And be grateful, y'all. Be grateful because it can always be better when you think it. Anyways, love y'all. Peace. Deuces.